the city's on fire. Yeah, short stream. Yeah, just while I eat and hang out for a minute. I'll go back and take a nap after. I'm fucking tired. I just really want to play the game. And I just refuse to not record it. I'm recording my adventures from now on to the river. Oh, I am a dumbass. No, I said I am. I'm not playing it without recording. Yeah? You don't need those.
Good shooting, Kai.
Yeah, you're still in the ropes. I'll kill you all. Oh. Huh?
Next time fans in your stream, you should tell them about the team sale.
He knows.
I don't review the game that I just bought for $60.
I know he just got Monster Hunter Wilds.
The thing is, like, each one of humans on his wish list, another one was on his wish list, and I bought them for two other games.
Yeah?
Wild is on sale too, I believe.
Well, he just bought Wilds.
Oh no. That time the one and only time I've ever bought a Monster Hunter game, they really let me down and I don't want to.
Which one did you buy?
I don't remember. Like 8 years ago.
So what, World? That was considered the best version until this one. It's just way too fucking long, hard, grindy of a game.
That's a learning curve with zero.
Yep.
Well, not zero explanation, just in a way that don't get me. I'm not gonna sit there for an hour and read in the data log. Learn what I need to do. No. Give me a quick fucking
Yeah, like, destroy its tail. Destroy its head. Like,
People like, no, like, yeah, the data collector or something going through. Like, go look it up and go read about it and all this other stuff. Like, no, I don't do that.
yeah, if I was gonna read it, pick up a fucking book.
But it's also, Monster Hunter's that kind of, it's about planning ahead of time, take down the kills you want.
Yeah. You're alright. How you kill things like the Rathalos. I just brute force it whenever I play. That's why I couldn't get far. It's like I can't do that shit, dude. Like it's to me it's essentially the same game as Hitman. You have to plan it out. You have to do what you need to do in the way you need to do it in order to make it work. Wow, there's really no way for me to make it in the city. All the doors are locked? That's fun. So what do you do? Pull my stuff up? Sounds like my area, so I was like, what? At the outside. Yep.
It might be a minute. I have a drink. Oh.
I'll have fun with that. Search for survival.
These people are looking for leadership, a sense of direction. We should find Kulichi.
Fuck you, Governor. Nobody likes you.
Envoy? Oh, thank goodness. For a moment there, I thought we'd lost you in the attack.
What happened here?
As if you don't already know.
Ignacy, calm yourself.
Let me
Why should
kill
I be
him.
calm? His people burned my city.
The Steel Garrote are hardly his people.
They offered us no negotiation, no peaceful terms. Just flames and laughter as we ran.
Almost stop being a dick. Reason we're not seeing
You
him.
give these tyrants too much credit. Your Inquisitor is determined to burn out anyone who doesn't conform to Adheran ways.
We agree on one thing. The Steel Garrote have declared war on the Living Lands.
This attack still could be a misunderstanding.
No, it's a war crime.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. This attack was meant to weaken us. No doubt they will circle back to finish what they started. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch. And I wasn't strong enough to bear it.
You failed these people as their leader.
As Jetta was eager to remind me. You must understand. My mother had the Dream Scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover. But her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giada.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
Go ahead, yeah, tell him
You want
everything.
me
Need
to do
that
the
sweet
talking?
dragon tongue
Very well.
up the dirt pipe.
Up the dirt pipe.
evidence
Yeah,
is clear.
normally.
The living lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both
Goku or
physically and
Dinko
spiritually.
wants to wish for
We may
Shenron
know
or the
the
Wish Dragon to
origin of
lick
the
its
Dream
butthole.
Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can
No, you only
reverse the
get sweet
damage.
dragon tongue up your dirt pipe once.
Now for the bad
No,
news.
only once.
An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until
Yamada
we know more
and
about
Giada.
its nature,
Yeah.
we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness.
I want to kill
When
him.
I said
I
was
wish I
ready
could.
for the truth, I
Reasons
didn't
like how
mean
his character is why people like me want to be able to just kill a
tell
character.
him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
Gonna kill your character?
I want to kill this governor. He's a piece of fucking shit. The
Yeah,
reason
you really hoped he was gonna be dead when the city was burning, huh?
I really was hoping so. So I'm just
And then you
disrespectful.
find that
to-
it's not, and it's just like, yeah, no, he's a little.
I
he
don't
doesn't
like.
deserve his people.
I don't like him. I don't like the ambassador. Like the head
I don't
character.
know about the ambassador.
He's a piece of shit too.
I don't know.
He's the first guy who was all like, "You fucking failed." Oh, I'm the one who
Nobody
screwed
told me
up.
I failed.
Oh, you didn't kill. You killed the assassin.
I didn't kill him, no.
No, then yeah.
I let him all live.
Then yeah, you failed because he's all like, "Why'd you let him fucking live? You failed. She's not gonna
No,
be
he
happy."
respected me better than that. It's alright. He was not rude to me
Well,
after hearing what I did to Inquisitor Ludwig.
then maybe you're thinking of a different one because the Lodwin question comes after. They spoke to me through the gate.
You
Beforehand,
have no idea
Do
what
somebody
this
else. You
thing
get an
is.
application of being
But
alive.
now you're helping it?
He may be compelled by his godlike nature.
Yeah.
It would be wise not to question such things. First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now, what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge.
Never listening to
Can't
anything you
remain
say,
in
Governor.
Emerald
I don't even
State.
care what you say. I'll skip
There's
it.
no reason to stay. Unless you count picking through the ashes. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradise.
Hiding in your enemy's shadow is a risky proposition. It's true, but risky.
What has gotten into you?
As long as we are animancers, the adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth.
You're pretty dope.
Instead, we lay low, hide in
Carbon
plain
fiber
sight,
tank.
let them believe
Carbon
we're
fiber
beaten,
tank.
and bide our time.
While we hide, the
no
Dream
reason to
Scourge will
keep it off
tear
the
this
body.
island apart.
Yeah.
At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy
carbon fiber
freely.
one.
We can't gamble with our
And
existence.
that's kind
The
of.
political
It
climate
does.
of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
What do you recommend?
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under Adiran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as animancers and as fellow
Voice actor playing
expatriates.
DBZ Kakarot. Captain's Kakarot.
I have my
Confused.
misgivings. You helped my father leave the Republics. trust you to help us
I thought your
again.
mom was right there. You're right.
What of you, envoy? Where
my
does the
Mary.
hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Hey, look at that staff in the
I
back.
do.
Yeah.
I wanted to use that
Yahtzee?
staff. But it's just-
Don't
my
tell me
character's
you were
just
getting
not a
swept
staff
up in all of
character,
this.
so like, I sold it. But
Really,
Oh,
you
it's
should
a
know
spear.
better, darling.
it doesn't
Let me
matter.
talk of the Akita, and I
It's big,
will
two-handed, goes pokey poke. That's a waste of my time.
If
No,
you're
a
looking
staff
for
is a
fun,
two-hand.
I
Well, this is a spear. It's a
lead
one.
the
Hand.
way.
Doesn't matter. Still pokey poke. It's a waste of my
You're
time. It's
already
not.
aware
It's just another
I'm
version of a
foremost
sword.
Akita scholar
Something
in
like
the Living
this.
Lands, and
Yeah, visually it doesn't.
Godless
Technically,
scholar.
spears are better than swords, so I've been
No one
weakening
outside
myself
of
for using the
academia
sword.
uses their proper name.
Hey there.
Right,
Wait till you see my black hole
Thank you, darling.
Yeah,
Well, to make
it's
a
not
long
even considered a
story
good weapon.
I think I can lead you to the garden.
Have you seen my
There
mace in
you
action?
go.
Yeah.
It's a great
And I
weapon.
think the answer
Everybody
lies
just
in
stops
a ruin
moving
called
with it. You know what I mean?
No, there's a
Which is
weapon
a
that's
shadow
called
So we've got to get
You're not there
there
yet.
now.
like Horse Slayer or
Before
something like
Fjord
that.
went up in
You're not
flames,
there yet.
that garrote monster took
You
my
can't have horse
research.
slayers.
Your kin are on their way to the garden now. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerty. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ah, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman.
I don't. Fuck furry. Can't stand furry. Sorry. Not when they're like full acting like that. Like if you're a furry, cool. Just don't put it in my face like that.
It's not a furry. It's a whole fucking weird critter thingy with things. It's like the Zork people.
Yeah, except for it wants to have sex with the entire group of people.
No, she doesn't actually. She's taken.
Yeah, but she said if I wasn't taken.
She's just a freaky old ladies. You know those
I
kind of
would be
people.
surprised if
Yeah.
your journey
Old ladies
was
who
that
just like
complicated,
can't,
but
like an old man. Just can't not
Stranger
fucking
things have
want that
happened.
D, you know?
Yeah, exactly. They're
For
fun.
what it's
But
worth,
she actually doesn't
I
want that D.
vouch for Yahtzee.
She does.
She's a good friend
But-
and a bad influence.
You get too flirty with
Right
Barnes.
now, we could use both.
There's a
Probably
gate to
because
the
they're both
north,
small.
which will take
No,
you
it's
to
just wants the
Shatterscarp.
Marius to open up.
It's guarded by some of our best rangers.
Then we should approach carefully. They'll be on their guard after this.
I'll
Yes,
make sure they
Barnes.
grant you safe passage.
I gotta
May
say
gods
though,
protect
Kai's
you.
texture looks fucking great.
Exploring the living
All
lands
lighting.
with a friend.
Like
What
sometimes
could I
the skin
ask
of
for?
people and stuff look a little weird.
Back to Shatterscarp, then.
Yeah.
But those scaly, I don't know what to call them. I want to say fish people, but like the only thing they got fishy like is their teeth and skin. They don't really have any other features. I don't see any gills. They don't have any fin or webbed anything.
Yeah, they're just.
But their scaly
shark
skin
people.
looks fucking great.
Hope seems lost, but just can't.
Texted more than you stream.
Mhm.
Gods, what do I tell Sovia? What do I tell the two? It's not bad enough that their mother a little earlier and you'd have beaten the other bandits to my crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it?
Maybe I can help return whatever you
Ah,
lost.
finally! Someone who cares about something other than themselves. When they ran away, I saw them following the river north. They're probably hiding up there, waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever I can. You can't put a price on survival.
Rebuilding has begun! From the ashes, your will rise!
It's you. The godlike. The Rangers told me you help people in dire straits. I thought they were lying. But here you are.
War makes madmen of all of us.
All of us. What was Fjord to you? What have you lost today? Forgive me, please. I forget myself.
Yeah. I'd be furious too.
It is not anger. It is wild. I fear it may consume me. I'll be straight with you. The Steel Garrot's captain stole something precious from me. It wasn't enough to burn our city. Now they have to loot us too. She'll let you close. You can take her prize back. But you will have to kill her first.
Pick all the drums, these out of the army.
Then I don't have to explain. Vidaro won't get his hands dirty. I need someone who will. My young nephew stood up to the Steel Garrote before they attacked. The captain gutted him and looted his ring. An heirloom with our family crest. I left
That's
pity
horrible.
behind long ago. I demand justice. I want that commander to die as painfully as he did. You'll find her at the Eastern Watchtower. It is not far from here. I warn you though, her troops will probably still be with her.
Depend on
Bring
me,
back
I'll
the
find
ring,
her.
and I'll pay you. I can't think about her wearing her emblem. It makes me ill. I should go now. My sister will need help preparing my nephew's body. We'll both be praying for you. Damn the Adherents! Damn the Steel Garrote! I spit on their graves! How can our family go on? Murderers. Every one of them.
Healing from the dead.
You don't think the Clavager died alone in the strangle room? Why? Don't you? Seems like a lifetime ago I was worried about the harvest. Now look at us.
See what you have for sale. Quick kill.
That's tits on it. And
Only on Timo. Mhm.
Come closer, envoy. A moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another.
Yeah, I think so. One of you doing
Jesus.
What?
I think it reminds me a lot of the thing that was in the new Venom movie.
I go where the
With the
Inquisitor
bioorganism?
commands. Just as you go where the
Like, watch
Emperor
this,
commands.
right? It's
So,
just sucking him in and
did
spitting
you
it back
enjoy
out like on
our
its head.
little
It
bonfire?
was saw like motor in the front.
Inquisitor
That's pretty
Ludwig
cool.
was pleased with our efficiency.
You irredeemable fucking swine!
Keep her on a tight leash. No need for this to get out of hand.
Are you responsible for burning the place down?
One might argue they brought it on themselves.
Look at the axe though.
Believe it or not, the Steel
Yeah, I'll break it down
Garrote owe
afterward.
you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
I'll break it down
Bring
afterward.
us her severed head, and I'll consider it.
Yeah, well, it's just your
That
average
temperament of
two-handed
yours
great
is
axe.
exactly
But like,
the problem
I
she's
just like
trying
the
to
design of it.
solve.
That's
Our
cool
attack
design,
came
but
together
for,
in
like, your average
haste.
axe.
You should have been informed, and I regret the oversight.
What's the tip of that thing? Oh, like crispy arc.
Yeah. Arc.
But your intellect isn't above a 6?
No, I don't need that shit.
I used my intellect to talk to her. I told her she was a moron.
Why'd you burn the city?
Doesn't it? One way or another, Fuel Messiverno was always going to burn. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. They never had a chance.
What right do you have to cast judgment on us?
As the future caretakers of the living lands, we do only what is necessary. Fuel Messiverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them.
It's not yours.
Ludwig's the one you need to convince. I'm just the messenger. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adia if that's what it takes.
Alright, You're insane.
Quite the opposite. The Steel Garrote bring reason to a frontier gone mad. Inquisitor Ludwig
Doesn't
sees
seem like it.
something in you, Envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you. Either way, Emerald Stair is just the beginning.
Come all this way just to explain yourself.
Perceptive. Maybe Ludwig was right about you. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
You don't have to answer that.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last.
Listen, man, you'll pay for this.
Decent men die every day. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerity. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances.
Yeah, she needs to die now, too. You're not walking away from
You
this.
know, there's a depraved part of me that was hoping
I don't care. No, you just murdered a bunch of people.
Let's make this a battle to remember.
And I'm
Sorry it'll be over so quickly then.
playing this off as me. Is like, in particular, I'm playing this off as Zarelak, which is the Dread Dragon that I made, where he's not evil, but he's not good. Don't fuck with
the exact same path as my character.
Don't fuck with his shit because he will kill you.
They're like, we're gonna have different playthroughs.
But he might
play exactly the same way I do.
Why, you did the same thing?
Yeah.
Like,
She
nah.
burnt down the Arna. Like,
She
doesn't
just
have to
murdered a
die
bunch
now.
of people. Yeah. There's just no coming back from it.
There was no logical explanation to why they needed to do it.
Yeah.
But then I started like, you know what? Steel Garrote needs to be killed by my hand.
Yeah.
Although I am gonna try and fuck it. So I'm about trying to fuck her while also killing her entire everything. That's all possible. This fight was actually kind of a tough fight though. This is kind of a tough field. And her minions are actually pretty. Okay, you gotta get that killer down. Oh wait, Claire.
That's why she's so wrong.
Yeah. You're never gonna take them down with that motherfucker alive.
You mean that guy who just melted?
That's what I'm glad you did. It's so easy. This is the Mars all the way down here. Okay. So technically I had a hard time against me. There's really a they put up a shield and they'd be like that was like more than almost 2 times.
Fell in the water. The lightning shoot?
I like how you just like immediately went straight to him and saw him doing it.
Yeah, I was like, nah, it's not cute. Yeah, like everybody get out of the way.
Even the characters sometimes be hard to fight on the
Yep.
Well, I have killed things before while he was trying
Oh, wow, you resisted my stun? What a good little mage. Now you're dead. Freeze as is.
Yeah, but what's the freezing price? Was that your god spikes?
Oh, I haven't even used the god spike yet. The last one. Just go away.
Kick your ass.
Yeah.
That's done? Who's hungry?
I kind of want to about how I did. I fought them.
Leveled up at least.
I killed her pretty easily, but then her fucking people were the hard to fight. He was pretty easy. And it looked like the same way for you. She was pretty easy once you took that priest down.
Yep.
And
Most things are
and
easy.
her people were the only hard fight, and that was just because they have numbers.
Death Knight glove. Ooh.
Yeah, like the black with little spikes on the circles. I use the Death Knight gloves as my my transmog look. Although with the way you look, having shinier gauntlets probably fits better. But I see you have like basic ass iron gauntlets as your transmog.
Yep.
And it fits your look. But I mean, I like the fact that the Death Knight ones, they have a cool design, but since they're mostly all black and leathery, they look like just basic leather gloves. Since I have kind of a ranger outfit, they go with my outfit.
Yeah, they look leather.
So yeah, if you're wearing armor and shit, like actual armor and shit, they would.
So happy I finally got to kill somebody that I really wanted to die.
But if you get the Death Knight armor, they'll match that.
Death Knight?
Yeah, I forget where you find it. But I have the whole set now. I actually... Other ones, I needed the money.
Fucking money.
Yeah, I need like 100,000.
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadar? And where is the garden? Not to mention, why the steel
How do you
girls
feel
burn
about
my
your god?
fucking home to the ground?
Are you siding with your god?
I don't know yet. So far, I've been making it so,
Are
like,
you going against your
I've
god?
been nice the whole time. They said they'd help me get rid of the Dream Scourge, so... So as long as they keep to their promise, yeah. I'll do whatever they need. I'll get them out.
That will be a lot more fluid later on, but since you're at the beginning, you'll actually not for one.
Yeah, like talking the physical manifestation of it.
Now that you know what your god is, stuff you have more meaningful.
What you did was inexcusable and unforgivable. I was likely to prepare to win wins.
Then we had better prepare to fight back.
What your god
I
wants
will not
differs from
forget
what everybody
Fiona
else
Siverna.
wants. So, like,
Everything it was, and everything it could have been.
I'm guessing the god wants it to all go back to normal.
Never.
That's what it seems
God,
like.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps.
Well then.
Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn?
You don't want to raise the devil just because you thought it would help save a couple people. You know what I mean? Like, thought you're doing the right thing, and then you realize Cthulhu's now fucking up. Fucking the whole planet's fucked
I
up.
bet Heelguard's tried that tack. Zealots like her aren't swayed by reason. And Thirdborn will greet her with a sword in one hand and another sword in the other. Lots of Rawatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home,
I'm
washouts
imagine
from
you can't be a
military or
Rawatayans.
mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back changed.
Hit it. Changed.
Their bodies and minds twisted, corrupted. Some confused and disoriented like Belena, others violent like Adelaro.
At least that tells us we're on the right track.
Eldorado.
This Dream Scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt.
One of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt. Yeah. I don't even know why he's here. He's not even in my party.
What? Oh, because you're at camp. Because you traveled, so you're at a camp.
I know way to the guy.
Right.
Every
The
time you
garden.
travel between a place, you
Sure.
always go to a camp at first.
Everything we learned in
Yeah.
And
Naku
have like
Tadek
this whole
points
like
us to the
cutscene
garden.
type conversation.
Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about
When
the
you
garden.
travel back, you don't have to
It
deal
could
with
be a
that.
myth
Like fast
or a
travel.
metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the Dream Scourge.
Feel like solace when you eventually get there. I think. Like, I feel like it fits your aesthetic.
Searching everywhere that isn't the garden is gonna take a while. We don't have that kind of time.
Yatsley is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yatsley can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try.
Let's do it.
This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giada. Giada Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more
You
about the
don't
garden?
relate.
Castel.
Okay, I plan on getting off at like 7:30.
Why does this name sing to us?
I want to go take a nap for like an hour.
A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes we cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything?
Get anything?
Yep.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
Get that thing.
Yep. And a second I recognize.
What? No. They must have confused me with someone else. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tadek. But I'll take it over nothing.
Recognize me? It must have been somebody else. I was never there.
Ask Sapadal a question.
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me then. Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yatsley, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise.
Just to finally get some answers. I wouldn't even attempt it with anyone but
Stop.
you three.
You're aggravating my old sir.
Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth.
It's
Tama
a home
lost his
for you, huh?
badge there. I need to get it.
We'll go.
Thanks.
Takes courage to go back for something you lost. I wouldn't have it in me.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. Maybe this doesn't need to be said, but I don't blame you for what happened to Fior Messiverno. I just wanted you to know.
And the question what the Empire's doing in the living
No
lands.
need to question it anymore. They've made their intentions clear. I'll get the bastards who did this. One way or another,
Yep.
I'll make them pay.
Sleep well. We've got a long road ahead.
I hope Thirdborn is a good community for my people. They've been through a lot.
Thirdborn's rough around the edges, but it's full of good people. They'll have your back when you need it.
Survivors, in other words. In that case, maybe your kin are a good match for mine.